Welcome back to Tier Factor. It's the third episode. We're ranking video game consoles. We got the face of JM Gamin, the body of JM Gamin, and also me. I'm here. I play a lot of video games. So let's just go ahead and let's get it started with an easy one.
No, that's not going to S-tier.
Yes, of course it is.
That's not S-tier.
Melee was...
I don't
Thanks
care
for
what
watching,
game.
guys. Thanks for watching.
Joe's out.
Joe's
out.
Make sure you leave a comment down below.
That's crazy.
Why?
Joe's is out.
First of all,
explain yourself.
number one, PlayStation 2 is the first S-tier we need to put up there.
Okay, okay. If that's your stance, I don't hate it.
Okay. The next thing is the GameCube is not an S-tier console.
Noah, can you do me a favor? Can you actually mute Joe's mic?
I'll put it A tier. No. I'll put him as A. I'll put him as A.
We'll keep it there for now. It's going to change.
For now,
it's going
that's
back.
going to go
This
up.
is an interchangeable list, but there's every console has a...
Okay. Let's try and knock out some easy ones. I think Switch has a chance to be A. I think it's been great in its era.
I think it's saved Nintendo.
I think it saved Nintendo after,
We could keep it, but I'm open to S later. But, S has no flaws.
Wii U and D, it almost killed one
Yeah,
of us.
that's
the
the opposite
Is the
of the
SP on here anywhere? Or am I just...
PSP?
No, the SP.
No. What's the SP?
That was the first Game Boy that had a light in the screen.
This guy knows his
That
stuff.
changed my life.
Oh, Game Boy SP.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Game Boy SP.
I understand.
The one that
I
flipped open.
I was in PSP mindset. I was like, what is SP? Yeah, that would be the one that it flips up.
Yeah, it was like the DS before
That's
it
the
had
one
like
I
the pen and everything.
I think it's similar to Game Boy Advance, which is probably why that's not on here.
Yeah, which is fine.
Okay.
The NES is S tier.
So these both have,
I
have a
agree with
chance
that
to
as
go S. SNESs?
No, the NES
the OG.
is S tier.
That one,
Okay.
yes.
We're putting respect on its name.
Without that, there'd be no other game.
So you're big on significance.
It has a lot to
gaming
do
meta.
with that.
It's not personal preference for you.
It is personal
It's a little bit
preference, but
both.
it's both.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I can respect that.
Need
I can
that.
definitely respect that. Because this has an argument for significance. This one doesn't really. We just like it.
Okay.
Right.
We just like the game.
Right.
Can we put the Xbox One at like a...
It feels like a C.
It's like
to
the
me.
F doesn't exist, so we can
You
just
wanna
hang
F
out
it?
there. If it
Xbox
existed, I'd put
One?
it there. I hated the Xbox One.
I mean, the PS4 is definitely better.
The original
F?
360
Dude,
is...
Oh, 360's S. I was going to say that
Okay.
next. The 360 is an S tier.
See, I disagree with that.
That's the
think
best
that's a-
dashboard in gaming history.
Yes, but Xbox 360 is objectively a bad piece of hardware.
That's
they
true.
Sold it early to beat PS3 so they could win the console war.
I never had any red.
The Red Ring of Death should have never been a thing.
That's
you
fair.
should just make your product.
Because of that, I got to put it in B.
You know, that's fair.
I think it's
it's
solid.
the best gaming experience, though, probably.
I could be talked into.
You're going to A?
I could be talked. I had a lot of hours on the
Red
Xbox
Ring is
360.
insane.
That's why it can never be.
You had a
best.
couple
Okay,
red
that's
rings,
fine.
didn't you?
I haven't.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I have friends with it.
Joe's had repeats.
Wii's
got to
be the most B of all time.
Yes.
Everyone
This is
had.
fine.
Everyone had one.
Everyone had one.
It was cookie cutter.
Yes.
Motion
Yes.
controls.
Correct.
Do you want to go higher or lower? You're wincing.
Oh, I'm definitely closer to A than C, but I
Yeah.
like B. But I like B.
too. I think A is going to get crowded. Is my thing.
Yes, I do too.
That's fair.
As well as S.
Gaming's
Oh, no,
great,
not S.
great. There's nothing
There's a
wrong.
lot.
What's
of
wrong with there being a
good
lot of
shit.
A's?
I know. You know.
Let's get
I
some,
love video games.
Let's get some of the D's out of the way.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
let's
these
do that.
easy
Get the
ones.
game. Get the Virtual Boy, the Saturn.
Aw, the Saturn.
I felt bad. The Lynx. Get that out of here, bro.
Not
The
my game.
Lynx.
Where the fuck
Dude,
is the
honestly,
Lynx?
personally, you can put the PS5 down there too.
No.
Whoa, that's a
Not
little
out
crazy.
there.
Yeah,
The Xbox X is better.
You're out of control.
Out of control. Not gonna lie. Okay.
What's
Why-
the Jaguar?
You've never
I don't even know what a Jaguar is.
Jaguar. It was yes, I remember that.
There was
when
about
that
like a
came out.
10-year period where there was a ton of consoles and like one of them was good.
Yeah,
Like, it was always just whatever Nintendo. console
Jaguar's
was out.
down there as well.
Genesis deserves to be up there in my opinion.
Like how high?
Not SNES. So I would say B for Genesis.
That's a B. That's a good B.
And then I would put SNES in A. Because that was objectively the better console with the better game selection, but they were toe to toe. This was 1 and 2 for like a long time. So I think because of their war, he has to be lower. But that's like you said, it's a good B.
Yeah,
it's a solid B.
Okay.
Being good
Yeah,
progress.
hold on, wait a minute. Pause.
Pausing.
Where are you guys at on the Dreamcast?
I love the Dreamcast.
This is. I feel bad for the Dreamcast because it
first
was,
online console.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time.
It was.
It was too soon.
And it had the control with the little screen in it.
Yep.
I'm here.
You're there.
But it should be here.
It should be there.
There was some Dreamcast Sonic that.
I'm
really
Sega
good
biased. I'm a biased.
There were
Sega
some
guy.
really good games in Dreamcast that just never got a fair shot.
We'll leave
because
it
of what
there.
happened with it. We'll leave it there,
We'll
but
leave
I'm
it there.
willing to move it to B.
It's not D. It's in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
More.
I really don't
more
know what
towards
to
the
do with a lot
bottom.
of the next gen ones. I don't care. If I'm
I
being
do.
completely
You
honest.
can put the PS5
This thing
in
is
D.
hideous. Oh my goodness.
PS5 is not D.
Mine started overheating in a year.
Wow.
You want to talk about red rings? My PS5 started overheating in a year.
Solid B.
No way! Oh, you're putting it in the same thing as the Genesis?
It looks like it's about to rocket into like the
We're not
universe.
comparing the hardware. That's not fair to the Genesis.
They built the PS5 on the Big Bang Theory.
It's a next-gen console.
It looks like it's trying
what
to be a
what
next-gen
are,
console.
Switch is not considered next gen, right? It's not considered with that.
It's
trio.
not
No.
because it doesn't.
It came
but
out with the other
Switch
yeah.
2 is also in
But like,
production.
here's my thing: PS5 kind of has to be B because PS4 has to be higher,
PS4 is higher than the PS5.
and it's not an S, so it's an A.
No, it's not.
right,
an
but
S.
then I
Yeah, but
consider a PS3 a B.
if it were up to me, there would be a 3-tier
You
gap.
see PS3 and PS5 the same?
What
That's
what
wild.
significance does PS5 bring to the table other than like HD graphics?
I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah, but like other
I
than
think that's
that.
the first console that would have 120 frames in graphic in the frames.
So
frames
you
per second.
think it's equal to the PS4
That's just like the
And
time period.
in terms
though.
of cultural
That's the
significance,
time.
game
Yeah,
selection, the way it competed against its rival?
that's like right now, right? We're,
It's definitely it's destroyed its rival.
Like PS5 and Xbox Series X are like this. I think PS4 and Xbox One are like this. You know what I mean?
no, PS5 is way higher than Xbox
I don't have
right now. You don't think? Go look at
the
this
first
thing.
thing you said is graphics. That's like if I asked you to describe a really good basketball player. The first thing you said is he's tall. Okay.
C
Well,
for Xbox One.
Tall.
C. Xbox One. It's a VCR. I have it.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's a VCR.
It is built like a
It's a
VCR.
VCR.
It's used
I'll put
as
the
a
Nintendo
VCR.
64 at a B. Just because of the control, it's the worst control in gaming.
It's the worst controller in gaming.
It's the worst.
It
Shelfy,
ne- it-
you
it
gotta objectively agree. I love the console. I love Zelda.
It
I
needs
love
to
the
at least be
games.
an A. There's a if the
Look
debate-
at what's an A.
if the debated best game of all time is on that console, the console has to be.
What
an
are
A.
you using the most when you're using it? All of them have great controllers.
dude? You can't put that.
I gotta put it in B because
Where
of the
are you at?
controller.
Where are you at?
Bro, that controller, you breaking your hand like this.
Joe's my initial lean was.
It's like
you.
it's borderline
way.
S tier
This
for
is
me.
insane.
I
No,
still
man.
turned mine on in
Top
2024.
That has
Out
to
of
be A.
control.
Has to be
A is crazy.
How's that crazy? You're not thinking of the library of games. That's not on your mind right now.
I am.
You're not.
I am. My hand.
Banjo Kazooie.
It's-
Banjo Tooie.
There is-
Conker's Bad Fur Day. Super Mario 64. Mario Kart 64.
I don't think
Just
anybody's.
Mario Kart.
I don't-
Star Fox
64.
64.
Mario
Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask.
I don't think anybody.
That's just off the dome.
Yeah. Look, listen. I know win back and wrestling. I get it. My issue is of all these consoles that we have in front of us,
A's crowded.
only one has hurt my hand by playing for a long time. That controller design is insane.
glove.
It's the power glove is what are we doing?
I'm gonna leave it.
Thank you.
We'll leave it in B for now.
I'm willing to move
We're
it.
gonna revise.
Okay,
we'll
see.
come
We'll
back.
see.
We'll come back. We'll
We'll see.
revise.
This is crazy.
Game Boy,
put
Game
that
Boy,
there.
Game
All
Boy,
the old
Game Boy
guys.
Advance is like S tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Game Boy Advance is like S
You
tier.
Really?
could low key personally
This is what I have
so
in that
can
series.
throw like
No,
all
that's
of the
fine
Game
too.
Boys in
Everybody
there.
had one of
The
those.
DS, I think, it deserves more credit than the game.
100%. It was the second. Is that the no? It's the 3DS. I think is the highest selling the
Is
second
it?
highest selling console of all time.
I think this
That's
is
the
my
Lite.
favorite.
That's the DS Lite.
Yeah, that shit was clean. That shit was
Anything
clean as
with
hell.
Game Boy in it can go
That
in
I
fit,
S
think
tier.
that they're
fit in your
both-
pocket like a phone.
I
That
think
shit was
they're-
awesome.
I think they're like the same. That's like me saying PlayStation 2 Slim.
So they should go. They should,
it feels like the same console.
I'm gonna leave those for now. Then
Okay.
I think, unfortunately, conceptually, the PSP sounded great. It is in C tier for me, potentially in D tier.
It was ahead of its time.
It was too soon. It's kind of
PSP
like
and
it's kind
Dreamcast
of like
are in this-
Dreamcast,
yeah.
which is why I hate Xbox One.
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh my. God.
I'm thinking about it, but I'm not
Yeah,
there yet. I'm
yeah,
not there yet.
yeah.
You hate it. I know you do. Okay. We're getting closer. I like our S tier. I wish this was here, but that's fine.
Same.
You might get outvoted.
We did get outvoted.
You might get on one of this one or where's N64.
You want to because you want to put GameCube into S,
and then 64 into A. Both
that
of them.
fixes everything.
Oh, that's crazy. You guys are changing 2 now.
Whatever.
We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it. PS3 kind of don't care. If I'm being honest. Good piece of hardware.
It just didn't. Yeah.
Uncharted games. B?
Yeah, I think it's more of a.
Kind of feels like
it got outshined by a console that was going through Red Ring of Death.
This was Xbox.
If they released at the same time, I think PS3 is the better selling console. Plus, they didn't charge you for online, which was a scam back then.
That was just the Halo and Gears of War like hot spot.
And like they didn't have the same library that the 360 did. So
the fact we have Game Boy and Game Boy Color are like the same thing.
You can put all the games.
So we'll put them together.
We'll put them together. The
advances A, right? At least.
That's at least an A, but I was thinking S because I felt like I was playing a Super Nintendo in my hand.
I'm okay with S for Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would leave this down here. I don't know.
It was a tiny.
It's refined technology.
It was a tiny. Okay,
yes.
It was
it's refined technology.
The Game Boy and Game Boy Color to me were
we were fighting for our lives
they got
trying to watch
better
those
with
at night.
That's how I'm phrasing.
Wait, hold on.
I'm listening.
I'm okay with putting them on the same tier.
These two?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Game Gear's not up there, but
it's here.
Oh shit! You put the Game Gear all the way down there?
I put all the olds in like that like late
that's
80s to 90s era of like just kind of like a lot of slop consoles.
That wasn't slop though. Game Gear wasn't slop. I didn't notice you put that down.
Should I move it up?
Yeah, because it had like a full color screen, and it went up.
This was Sega's, right?
Yeah, that's the Game Gear.
All right, if we're pulling Game Gear up, Nintendo 64 is going to A. Right now.
Yeah.
What?
Right now.
Yeah. You want Game Gear?
I just don't want Game Gear in D.
See.
That's fine.
Okay, but why is 64 still?
Because there needs to be a two-tier gap between 64 and Game Gear.
No way.
Unfortunately, you're out.
We have too much A.
Did anyone here play the OG Pong?
Xbox Series X.
I did not.
In C.
Wherever the PS5 is, Xbox X needs to be one above it.
One above it?
Because my Xbox isn't overheating, but my PlayStation
There's
is.
no way I'm putting
Nobody's playing it, Pop. There's no exclusive games for it. It's
B.
Okay, but hold on. Let's backtrack to the previous conversation we were having.
Nobody's playing it.
But the hardware, the Red Rings of Death. What about the console itself? My PlayStation don't work.
There are no games, Pop. Put the PS5 up at B.
So now we're talking games?
This is
what happened to games in this discussion?
The games are very important. That's all.
Spider-Man's on Xbox now. Nobody cares.
It's everything that has to do with the.
What do we think of this?
Why you put the Xbox Series X back up there, Bob?
Because it has to be at least even with the PS5.
They just feel equal. I just don't
They're at least equal. The Xbox, first of all, is just a better piece of hardware to begin with.
It is not.
Okay.
Is that what you want?
Unreal.
Joseph's the leader of the pack. It's just how it is.
Way.
It's just how it is. We'll revise.
PS1.
Yeah, where are you at on PS1?
That might be.
That's an S tier for me.
I think it's.
Now I understand everything else that we've talked about when it comes to the PlayStation here today.
Yeah,
I get it. Now I get it.
I think it's an A.
It's S tier because there's nothing. When that came out, it changed gaming for me.
He's kind of right.
That's true.
He's a little bit right.
Like graphics wise, like
these are the PlayStations I'm okay with being an S tier.
That's it.
Yeah, it's one.
But that's it. That's it. Those are the only ones.
That's a good S tier.
That's a legendary S tier.
This makes it better. But
I agree.
Relax.
360 not beyond.
I'm open to the Switch though.
I don't know what to do with these two.
I'm really open to the Switch being an S tier.
I am too, but I'm not there yet. I don't know.
I'm there like now.
I don't know what to do with these
we have
3DS.
They're like the same thing.
I would just put them all in B.
I think 3DS gets A.
Those are S tier. The 3DS to me is the S tier.
I mean, in my personal DS Lite is S tier. I love the DS Lite.
That's personal. I credit.
And this is
SP
backwards
with
compatible,
right?
Those backwards compatible.
Everyone had the 3DS and everyone had one of those 3 consoles.
So here's what I'm proposing.
They can't be lower than Okay, this is fine.
Because it's basically the DS, but also another console too. That's of higher quality, better products.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we doing with the? What is that?
Xbox, Atari, and Pong.
Oh, the
The
original
OG
Xbox.
Xbox. Interesting. Kind of feels like it has to go in A.
Nobody
Little bit.
trusted it.
But like the LAN parties with Halo. Halo.
It was good.
Halo,
being on the
Halo.
consoles single-handedly gets it to at
This
least
has
B.
to go in A.
It has to go in A.
So
I kind of agree.
we gotta. Oh,
Anything
wow.
that was
I don't
at-
like double,
I know.
double
I know.
crazy.
I think something is going to graduate here. I don't know what.
What are we doing with?
I mean, what we could do
B?
is put Xbox 360
Whoa!
in S tier.
Hold on.
Or
You
the
went
game-
really
or the
fast.
game-
So you
the
just wanted to get
GameCube.
rid of them.
I'm just throwing them
Okay.
in there.
You don't like how many we have in A? GameCube, Switch, and Xbox 360
Switch
can
is
all
S.
go to S. GameCube,
Wait.
Switch, and 360
hold
can all
on.
go S.
Time out.
Time out.
Yeah, so
I
we went
think, I
little
think, I think
fast.
that we've done a good
Did a
job.
little
We've
fast.
done a good job. I don't think I would change much of anything from B, C, and D. This is the perfect B.
Yes.
This is kind of the perfect C. Or at least this is. Oh, I want to move Dreamcast.
God, the
up
Wii
there.
U was awful.
The Wii U was bad. Wii U's perfect day. I think we should graduate 2.
I want to put Dreamcast.
So I feel like the
in just
Switch has
because
to be
of
the first one that we.
Chernobyl and Crazy Taxi.
I'm good.
Yeah, that's
We don't got to talk about it. Just do it.
the hell's the
Crazy
links?
Taxi.
Who had the links? Fucking bro, stop.
Okay. It's go time, boys.
Okay,
There's so
we got to
that I
make
wanna-
decisions on.
Okay,
it.
What's
let's
the first one we're
decide. Let's
graduating?
decide what's out. DS, I think, is not in consideration. Older Game Boys, I don't think are in consideration. PS4, I don't think is in consideration for us. Is that all fair? Do we all
Yep,
agree?
agreed.
Do you not agree? You're
Agreed.
hesitating. Okay.
The
He
only
probably
two
wants the
P-
PS4.
Oh no, the only two PlayStations that deserves to be in S tier are those two.
Yes.
PlayStation 1 and 2.
Wii is not under consideration. I think it's pretty gracious
No,
that it's an A.
It's lucky.
It's
okay?
lucky to be an A. If anything, it should be like that.
Yes, last
Yeah,
A.
last A. So that leaves us with the N64, the SNES, and then these 4 guys as well. I think Xbox, no.
No, Xbox, and I'll let you guys have your
So
Red Ring of
these
Death theory.
5.
I'm open to the Switch being S because
Same.
it's handheld and they're finally introducing some of the older games, and
Okay.
graphically is really good.
No,
The
I'm-
Switch,
I'm
in my
with you.
opinion, is what I always wanted
Yes.
my Game Boy to be when I was a kid.
Yes,
One more.
yes. Go for
Dude,
it.
is it the 360?
No,
Of course it is, but it's not going to be because we have a PlayStation guy
That
here.
means that
That's
nothing
not-
from the 3rd gen of consoles makes S tier.
there's just it. What
Because
happened?
it's 360, PS3, Wii. None of those in S tier is kind of crazy.
The thing with the 3rd gen is that it wasn't like that weird time where it wasn't like
We were getting HD.
S is transcending gaming for me.
Well, if you want to go by that, then like the Wii should be an S tier.
Well,
that's
well,
the
that's
logic.
what the Switch does.
I
think.
know,
The Switch
I
does the
know.
Wii better.
But
I
the
think.
Wii was like, I wasn't like, no, it wasn't. Never mind. I was gonna say the best selling console.
That's why I respect the 3DS so much, and even any of those
I
variations.
love the 64. I don't think it can be an S tier because of the controller.
because and the controller. Hey, listen,
I know.
Shelfy, I love the 64.
it is a very
I
creative
played it so-
controller.
That's the first Mario Party, right?
I think so.
On the 64.
I think so.
It's
you
how
know,
Mario Kart is supposed to be played.
Are we done? We might just be done. We might just be done. Maybe there is nothing else that goes in S. But no Xbox is crazy. I think we have
There's
to. There's so many good games.
there's good games.
There's a horde of people who consider the 360 the best console of all time.
That's crazy.
Outside
That's
of
not,
the
that's
like if you
insane.
like
I've
the-
never heard that.
the Red
when-
Rings of Death is the only negative.
When they fix their
Nobody
tech,
bought
there
it.
is no negative.
Huh?
When they fix the tech, there is no negative. It took them like a year to release like the new version of the console, but when they did, there's no gripe with it.
I'm just looking at what's in S, and I don't know if any of those came out with like from the beginning. They were pop. Don't even do that.
I'm logging it in.
All right.
No way!
Yep.
No.
Whoa,
whoa!
Actually,
Oh, he's
hold
got
on.
the mouse. He's
Hold
got
on,
the
hold on.
mouse.
Hold on. I didn't even touch the mouse the whole time.
It's crazy.
Don't start clicking on the
Hey,
Xbox.
Moved it?
nobody say anything real quick. Just look away.
No
Okay,
way.
wait,
no,
hold on. Let me explain.
No way.
Hold on.
No way.
Why? We
Hold
have
on.
too many
The
handhelds.
Game Boy Advance plays the Game Boy
Wait.
Color games.
There's too many handhelds up
You
there.
don't need both of them.
That's fair.
Which one are you taking with you the most? Which one are you playing with
The Switch.
most? The handheld games you're taking with you everywhere.
Yes.
So they would affect more people. The Game Boy Color, when it first came out, listen,
I'm listening. I am.
with
still
less
have-
batteries,
Yes.
and you get color?
Yeah, and then the
You get to play Pokemon in
Okay,
color?
but let's be completely
For the
honest.
first
though.
time.
Color
For the first time,
is
Shelby.
like Michael Jordan in Space Jam stretching.
You got to understand,
It's like
for what they did at their time, they kind of like blew you away.
all of that on the Game Boy Advance plus on the Game Boy Color. You can't play the advanced games. No Pokemon Emerald, no Ruby, no Sapphire.
This is why I've always considered the Game Boy Advance S-tier for me.
Right.
But
So I think Color by default should be.
I just want it to be controversial.
It wasn't even in the
I just wanted to be
conversation.
controversial. You have Xbox 360.
You know what? You know what? Hang on.
What?
Final offer.
Okay.
hold on. If you,
I'll do that if
Are we trading?
I'll do a trade.
this is going to be a 3-team deal in a second. Though.
I'll do that.
No, you don't get to make
No,
two moves.
no
No. Put that back.
No way.
You don't get to
No
make two
way.
moves.
What the
First
hell?
of all,
I'm just
first of all,
saying.
you don't get to make two moves. You've
Okay.
made your
No,
trade.
that's your
I
move.
didn't make
You've
a
made
move.
your
Your
move.
move is Game Boy Color.
Oh no!
That's
I
your
didn't mean
move.
that. I thought I was just playing there. That's just
Okay,
that's
whoa.
Our Game Boy
But
Color's
hold
in
on,
there.
hold on. We're making trades, so
Color's in
I
there.
get to make a trade in this.
Game Boy
This is a
Color.
3-leg deal.
So you don't
we're
want that to be
gonna
your
go right
move? You don't want that to be your move.
there. Yeah, no, there actually. Yeah, there's good.
This guy
Now-
likes the VCR.
now-
What does this
This guy
mean?
likes the VCR.
What do you like this
The
refrigerator?
VCR functions for more than 2 hours for
You can
me.
have the
Yeah,
refrigerator.
that's
So
just
your
fine.
color was a goof?
Yeah, it's fine.
Why were you goofing?
Kinda.
So move it back
We'll
down.
put it. We'll put
What's
it
your real move?
back.
Do you not want one?
I feel like there's nothing here. I mean, I'm open to this bad boy, but I feel like this is
No,
like
I think it's.
a better graphics version of this. I feel like I'm good with.
I think this is. I think we.
This is good.
I think we did it.
Wait, the GameCube's up there. How you guys watching?
Bye, guys. See ya. Like and comment and
no.
subscribe. Like and comment and
No
subscribe.
way.
Like and
How
comment
the hell the GameCube up there?